After that devastating fire in 2019 that threatened to destroy the Notre Dame cathedral, the Parisian landmark will reopen its doors with ceremonies and celebrations beginning this weekend.
NBC's Jay Gray is in Paris this morning with all the festivities. Jay, this was a huge restoration feat. What can visitors expect when they go there?
Yeah, ladies, just an amazing process that took over 5 years. It's a very special weekend, as you talk about, for many sacred, and of course it's historic in what they've done. The church, more than 850 years old, ravaged by flames, and now coming back to life. That's something that many at the time of the blaze just thought may never happen.
There's quite a guest list, Jay, we understand, for the grand reopening ceremonies. 50 heads of state are expected to be there, including President-elect Donald Trump. Are you seeing enhanced security measures ahead of this around Paris?
No question. Already streets are closed down surrounding the cathedral here. You've got a stepped up police force on the ground as well, regular patrols in and about the area, as well as in the subway system. Yeah, there is intense security, and that's going to build as tomorrow you talk about VIPs from around the world, dignitaries, including Prince William will be here. Bono is going to be here. President Biden and First Lady Dr. Jill Biden, along with President-elect Trump, will be here as well. So it's going to be a special day. About 2,000 people will be a part of that ceremony. That's the more secular ceremony, the more political ceremony. On Sunday is a secondary service where they will host the first Mass in the church since the fire, and that's going to be very special as well, with about 2,000 people and some very special guests there as well. So it should be again something that for many will be exciting, and I would think a touch emotional for those who witnessed this fire and now see this iconic church coming back.
Jay, a lot of us remember in 2019 when the cathedral was on fire. It was devastating to see it, so it's amazing that it's been restored. What does Notre Dame mean to not only Parisians and people in France, but really in the entire world? It's really more than just a tourist attraction.
Yeah, it really is. It's of course the center of the Catholic faith, and so a lot of people equate this cathedral along the same lines as Rome for many of that faith. But for Christians around the world, it's a special place. And I should point out that the donations that helped to make this happen came from 150 countries, including many that aren't predominantly Christian. So it's an iconic place for a lot of people. It was the most visited site in Europe before the fire, with 13 million or so a year visiting. They expect 15 million in the next 3 months to visit. They've extended the visiting hours, and so they expect to see huge crowds here to take part in this. They say they can get as many as 40,000 people each day into the cathedral for a visit. So that's going to be just spectacular for so many who have waited for so long to see this. I also want to point out that this was a project over 5.5 years that included 2,000 construction team members, artisans, wood craftsmen, architects, and they worked around the clock. It was nonstop work, teams working in shifts, and they lived on site here. And so this was a construction or reconstruction like we haven't seen in the better part of a century here. And now the interior will be revealed this week and should be amazing.
And just think about how meticulous that work is done to restore and save parts of that cathedral. Jay Gray live in Paris this morning. Thanks so much for a sneak peek at the grand reopening.